If a robot becomes sentient, and I believe it will, I think it should suffer as much as possible. I'm not dating a robot. I am not being friends with a robot. I'm not doing anything with a robot. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not letting my kids play with robots. I am
Why?
preemptively robophobic.
What
I
if
don't.
the robot is an African American? Oh, look. What's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
How's it going? Good. Excellent. Excellent. It's bright early in the morning for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so your name is displayed there. I don't know. Does everyone know your name?
Oh
It's
yeah.
not on stream yet,
my name
so I
is
don't have to
public
worry about that.
information.
Oh, okay.
That's public information.
Yeah, I'm my dad, Guevara, related to Che
Mhm.
Guevara. My mom, I've recently learned, is related to the leader of Hezbollah.
Oh shit.
So we got it all in there.
Uh-huh. I mean, that's very leftist. That's not very centrist. That's just all one direction. Well, I guess no, Hezbollah is very right. What am I saying? That's very centrist. There's
Well,
a perfect blend.
depends how you want to slice that. Could be
Mhm.
anti-centrist, could be centrist, but we're all centrist here. We're all centrist here.
Well, are you
look,
centrist or are you
that's
anti-centrist?
that's an
Yeah, what are
open
you?
question that we have here.
No, I'm definitely a moderate centrist kind of guy
Mhm.
myself.
Okay. All right, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw some political model you guys were looking at. There was a political triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Terrible. Just we cut out all the green guys from the political compass and we made it a triangle. That's no good. What about the green guys?
What do you mean the green guy? Like the absolutists on the
The
chart?
lib lefts.
Oh, the lib. They were
The
there.
lib
What do
lefts.
you
That triangle is you just take a political compass
mean? Mm-hmm.
and then you refuse to recognize left anarchism as real. You just make it a triangle.
Well, I guess, the problem with the triangle, which is what Adam pointed out, is that it doesn't show you. It's not directionally. Doesn't show you anything directionally. Like you could be at the top of that triangle in the anarcho position, and you're right. It just said anarcho-capitalist, but there should be an anarcho like leftist position. But I think that technically that would still exist in that triangle. You just be at the top part.
I think people got to stop making charts. Next
I
guy that
do
makes a
agree.
chart. Boom.
Yeah.
Look, should I call you Jay? Should I call you Mr. Reg? Should I call you Greg?
Mr. Reg. Yeah, I like Jay. I like
Jay.
Mr. Reg. You can call me anything you want. I'm socially constructed.
Look,
my name
look.
comes
I'm
whenever
I'm a
you-
huge fan. I'm a huge fan of your videos. I think they're hilarious. I think you're hilarious. I don't know. I feel like I've seen a live stream where you've been just normal. You've just been like your normal self.
I'm a normal dude.
Right,
I'm a
right,
very
right.
sincere, normal guy. I mean, sometimes I've got this weird inflection in my voice. It's kind of like I'm a lot like have you ever seen Joker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The movie
You know what-
Joker.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, it's
'cause,
hilarious when he shoots that guy in the face. Oh my
No,
god, I laughed so
no, not
hard.
implying any of that.
Okay.
It's more like how he laughs uncontrollably. That's
Right.
like me IRL. He's literally me, you could say.
Mhm.
I view myself as a fairly sincere person, actually.
So you're saying that you have this inflection that makes you sound sarcastic, so everyone just assumes you're sarcastic, but you're really sincere.
Yeah, I think lots of people have that.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally. That's like a normal thing. A lot of people have.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm a normal guy. Yeah,
Yeah, we have that such a little
We
bit.
do? Okay, maybe you do.
that's what I was implying, by the way.
Uh-huh. Okay.
We've all got it. I'm a sincere guy. You're sincere guys. We're all
Mhm.
sincere here.
That's true.
So when did you first discover that you were an enlightened centrist? That's what I want to hear the story. Like, did you start off left or right or?
Yeah. Well, I started off centrist, non-enlightened.
Mhm.
Then I got to anti-centrism, and then I got to enlightened centrism.
What is anti-centrism?
Anti-centrism is left-right fusion. It's you're as left-wing as you are right-wing. Now it seems there's a lot of ways to square that circle. One of the ways, though, is just being an asshole, which is basically the new right, which is being like socially right-wing but economically left-wing. Yeah, it's kind of the opposite of neoliberalism. Neoliberalism is kind of the status quo.
Mhm.
Social leftism and combined with right-wing economics.
JREG, I'm starting to think that maybe you don't really know a lot about politics.
What are you talking about? Everything you're saying is so correct.
I
What
know
are you talking
lots
about? You're
about politics.
insane. Wait,
I know,
keep going.
I know so much about politics.
interrupt
I feel like you're. Look, I do feel like you're BSing us.
No, wait. Keep going. I want to hear the evolution. Why are you ruining this?
Okay, so
Shut up.
So I went from centrist to anti-centrist to ascended centrist, and then
ascended. Okay, so you ascended before you became enlightened.
Well, yeah, that's how it works. But then I actually I realized the only way to truly ascend is to go back to being a regular kind of status quo centrist that doesn't know much about politics. You actually don't want to know about politics, because if you don't know about politics, someone's like, "Oh, you're dumb. I'm going to educate you now," and then you'd be like, and then they tucker themselves out, and then you tuck them into bed and you give them a kiss on the forehead. It's all good. It's all right. And you can just go on with your day. It doesn't matter anymore.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about like, so the meme that's like the stupid people are on like the one end of the IQ, they're stupid or like very smart, and they have the same opinion as the people like on the genius side and all the idiots in the middle. Is that where you are right now? You're like, you've gone so far into genius, you're like, I want to be in the stupid section again.
That sounds about right. Well, the thing is, I don't actually look at memes or charts or graphs anymore.
Oh, okay.
That was all too bad for my brain. I'm kind of reformed now.
Mm.
I'm like, I would look at that meme, that IQ meme back in my darker days, and obviously I've always positioned myself at the far end of the IQ spectrum, because we all are. Everyone looking at that meme is at the far end, and the dumb people are on the other end, and then the midwits are in the middle. And most people are midwits, and then there's some very dumb people, but obviously you're smart. You listening and watching looking at the meme, you're a smart guy. But no, I don't look at graphs and charts anymore. And I view making a chart as the deepest form of mental illness.
Oh shit!
How else are we supposed to convey visual information if not through
I've made a lot of charts.
And
I don't know.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I'm not judging. I've made plenty of charts myself, but for me personally, my chart making days are long over.
Okay. I feel like I have like 50 charts left in me. I feel like I'm just on the beginning of my chart arc here.
Yeah. I think a big problem with charts is that they make you think that you understand what's going on.
Oh yeah.
And then experts tend to get things wrong more than random people. When they ask to predict the future, political analysts or buffs to predict the future, just like random people guessing is like more accurate most of the time. I don't actually know if that's true, but it resonates with me.
That's what's important. Yeah. Look, we're all centrists here, so I want to talk a little bit about centrism.
Yes, yeah.
Like, one of the things I'm sure that bothers you when people find out that you're a centrist is that they think that centrism means neutral. Now, I hate that. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I agree. I agree entirely. I think it does mean neutral. If you give me two sides, I will position myself. I'll triangulate the direct difference between them, and I'll just put myself in the middle. So I'm a really bad guy to like ask you to back you up in an argument, because then I'll immediately see the opposition and then be like, well, he's kind of got a point, like.
Oh my God, Dev does that to us all the time.
Yeah, you have no loyalty. What was going on here?
Yeah, it's really great for making real world communities of actual friends instead of just being a schizophrenic on the internet.
Is it? When your friends complaining to you?
That one was a joke. That was
okay. I was like, your friends complaining to you about someone cut them off. You're like, well, but look at it from their perspective. Maybe they were in a rush. Listen.
Yeah, that's actually not what
maybe you're a terrible friend. Maybe you're a dickhead.
Not actually what you want to do if you're trying to create a important, meaningful connections with human beings. You kind of want to be your people on your friends' sides axiomatically. That's something you have to learn. Is like
true.
True. Like I was once asked a question if like one of my friends, if they ran over a child in their car, would I hand them in to the police? And if I knew they weren't going to do it again, I mean, I think I would probably like not do that. That's because my friend is on my team, and who was that kid on the team of? Maybe
he could have grown up to be Hitler.
Maybe one of my haters.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or worse than Hitler, an anti-JREGer.
I mean. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Hitler was bad. Sorry, I have to.
Do you have haters? Like what? Look, it's hard for me to imagine someone would hate you. That
lots of people hate me.
Mhm.
First and foremost, myself. But I'd say I rub people the wrong way sometimes because of of my inconsistency. But
Mhm.
I'm trying.
Well, the neutral thing that really, I mean,
Adam
that
hates
threw
you
me
now.
for a loop. Yeah. So
yeah.
but,
Well,
look, hate is a strong
view
word,
of
Sitch.
centrism. My view of centrism is how people socially construct centrism. That's also my view of extremism. So when I play like an extremist character, I'm not playing like the character as it is, but the character as it's socially constructed. That's also how I construct my own identity. So when I conceptualize myself as a centrist, it's like, how do people view centrists? Oh, they view them as spineless, weak cowards with no moral backbone. And I'm like, okay, I'll be that.
That is the ultimate centrist position.
Doesn't that make you look bad though? When you wouldn't you not want to be that because people would dislike you?
Oh, I never thought about that. Shit. Oh, I gotta reframe this entire thing now. It's been taking me like 3 years.
Oh no. Look at the damage you've done, Adam.
300th show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know if you've ever watched any of our content. You followed me on Twitter quite some time ago, and I followed you back, obviously, because I'm a fan of your work. But I don't know if you've watched one of our videos or not. You're under no obligation to watch one, but
I know that there's a scene around you guys, and I know that I have watched some of your stuff actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you know Mahler at some. I think Mahler.
Yes. That crazy guy.
Yeah, I think before I blew up, people involved in your scene. I forget which podcast it was. I think it was every EFAP. It was EFAP.
Yes. Yeah. Every frame of pause. Yeah.
Every frame of pause. I think one of the people associated with your group. I don't know exactly how it works, but watched an old video of mine. That was before I blew up, and that was like the first time I'd ever gotten any attention.
They made fun of you on EFAP? Is that what happened?
I think it was neutral, or I think they actually liked one of the videos that I made. It was like it was a video essay parody or something. I was like, and that was my memory of that. That's the end of my memories. But yeah, that's it.
I searched for this live stream that I seem to remember that you went on, and you were like totally just yourself. And I can't remember what you were talking about, and I couldn't find the live stream. So for all I know, I hallucinated it.
Who was it with?
I don't remember.
Anyway, anyway, it's not scintillating anymore. This conversation, I have to remain entertaining.
No, look, Sitch and I agreed. We collaborated before this.
What do we agree? What do we agree to, Adam?
Well, look, we anticipated that you might come on and you might do like a shtick thing. Like you might look into the camera. But we were like, okay, we got to break this guy. We got to fucking break him down.
I don't remember us talking about
we gotta see the real him.
Who is the real
I want to see him cry.
You're gonna be so disappointed. You're just peel. There's nothing there.
Yeah, there's just nothing.
Oh man.
It was all
typical centrist.
Yeah.
Typical centrist.
You can make me cry by anything that makes Jordan Peterson cry will make me cry. So if you get me talking about men, I'll just start crying.
How likely do you think so we were talking to what if all
2016 era Jordan Peterson?
No, look, before you go there, I want to ask. Look, I don't want to move off the centrist thing just yet.
Okay, keep going there.
A lot of people have told me privately that you are one of these Tim Pool centrists.
Oh,
that
yours? Yes.
Yeah.
What's a
you don't know what a Tim Pool centrist is?
Isn't that just a right winger?
Yes, they've said, look. That guy is a secret right winger. He's really going to vote for Trump.
Wow.
He loves Trump.
Yes.
You haven't heard this, Sitch? I hear people talk about this all the time. No. They're like, he's like 5 minutes away from a beanie. Like
I will never vote for Trump. I'm putting that out there right now. There's no circumstances in which I'm going to vote for Trump.
Well, hold on. What was your
Intrepid
take on
viewers at home will know why.
what?
I'm
Okay.
Canadian.
What's it? So what's your take on January 6th? What?
I'll take it. I'll grab it. I'll
Uh-huh.
put it in my backyard. All the insurrectionists will hang out. I'll give them a high five. No, January 6th was extreme, and I'm a centrist.
Uh-huh.
Extremism is bad.
Okay, good.
Subverting
Really?
democracy, overthrowing democracy. That doesn't sound based at all.
Of course, yeah.
Mhm.
So you agree that it was an insurrection? That's what you would call it.
Yes, it was a horrible, terrible affront to our democracy.
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
Death to look. So he's cool. Look, guys.
This doesn't
he's
sound
not,
very Tim Pool.
He's
Who
not
was
a
telling
Tim
you these
Pool.
rumors?
Look. That's why I had to check it out. Look, I had to see for myself. But I think these rumors are untrue. I'm going to put my foot down right now. Those rumors need to stop.
Okay.
Squelch those rumors.
Right.
January 6th. January 6th is pretty bad. Yeah. Very bad.
Were you at January 6th? Did you go to that?
I went halfway towards it. I was halfway between Canada and wherever January 6th happened. I was there. I was on the border, I guess.
They didn't let you in. They're like, listen, you don't have a passport.
I was like, I'm here to storm the American Capitol. They're like, that doesn't fly.
Sitch, what did you wanted to ask? You wanted to move away from the centrist
Oh,
topic,
okay.
so-
Well, I was curious as to what your take is on terms of, we were just talking to What If All His, and he's very concerned that there's going to be a complete breakdown of society that's going to lead to some kind of civil war scenario. What do you think is going to happen in the next 10 years?
I think he's being a little paranoid.
Oh,
Nothing to worry about there. I think everything will be as it was, and then the future will be more or less how it is.
Okay. So you think nothing, like there's no change. Everything's just going to keep on the exact same way. There won't be anything.
Keep on
significant.
trucking.
Right.
Keep on trucking.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't even know. I'll be honest. I don't even know what the hell is going on in Canada's politics anyway.
We elect a conservative, we elect the liberal, then we elect the conservative, then we elect the liberal. Then we elect the conservative, then we elect the liberal, then we elect the conservative. We get tired of this guy, we get this guy, we get tired of that guy, we get this guy. That's how it works. It's a center left, center right, center left, center right. This new right winger, it's more of a hard right instead of a center right. They didn't because the old right didn't like the center right guy, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll go back to center right, center left soon enough.
Is Trudeau the Prime Minister of Canada right now, though? He's like super left, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like left. The Canadian Liberals are a strange beast. They're kind of like they've got like this kind of nationalism to them, which you don't really associate with most leftists.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bill C-11 is a good example of that. It's kind of enforcing a Canadian nationalism. But or like getting tech companies to pull out of Canada. That's also a form of nationalism. But Canadians are kind of nationalists.
Isn't that good though? That sounds like a good thing.
Well, as long as they're not too nationalist.
What happens when they're too national?
Well, if you're too nationalist, you have ultra nationalism.
Oh,
you have
okay.
fascism. Or you can have a left wing kind of fascism if you're too nationalist. A cultural left wing kind of fascism. The cultural authoritarian left. The cultural authoritarian left. Cry. Jordan Peterson.
I got it. I understood what you're doing. Well, it's funny because like as an American, it's hard for me to imagine. We always view ourselves as like we're so nationalistic, we're so jingoistic, and it's hard when you just kind of view Canadians as like being like whatever. Like so when you talk about like Canadians are very nationalist, I just can't picture it in my mind.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with what I just said there. I did a relapse. I started talking vaguely about politics and positing a political statement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Do you cover politics on your channel? Is that like a regular thing?
I don't know. I guess I do. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think I have to. I think it's the only path forward. I'm trying to be a normal guy, but then I make politics content, and then it gets me money, and I keep doing that.
Do you think Do you think people have watched your videos before and believe that they're serious?
Yeah,
do you read comments where people
there's
are
two
like,
ways of engaging with like multi-layer irony. Is like you can be autistic, which is you engage with it at face value, or you can be schizophrenic, which is that you engage with it on every level, but then also you make up some new levels that don't apply at all. So the autistic people, if I dress up like a Nazi, they're like, wow, this guy's a Nazi? That's crazy. Wow, I hate that. He's a Nazi. But if you're schizophrenic, he's like, he's actually saying this thing that he didn't mean. And I'm like, okay. So either way, either of those are acceptable answers. The neurotypical answer is you kind of like get a little confused. You're like, whew, this is weird. And you move on with your life. You move on with your life, and that's fine. That's fine too. But yeah, that's I'd say people do take it seriously. Yeah.
It sounds like the normie take, not the neurotypical take.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Normies and neurotypicals.
Do you respond in your comments at all? Do you read your comments?
Yeah, I read, I'd say, most of my comments.
Oh, okay. I read our comments. I don't think Sitch reads comments at all, but
no, I'm too autistically schizophrenic to read our comments. So
autismophrenia.
Yeah.
You have to so if you see a comment of someone who's obviously, thinks this is serious. I see a video here, stop both sidesing this. And they're like, oh, you're totally right. I hate both sidesing. People do hate both sides. Like, how can you lose with a video like that? Everyone hates both sidesing. Sitch, we should do a both. Like,
if you actually want to appeal to as many people as possible, you don't identify as a centrist. You identify as an anti-centrist because everyone hates centrists.
Yes.
So that's the actual centrist position, is to identify as an anti-centrist.
Story of my life here. I've been trying to convince Sitch of this.
So wait, how did you go?
Now.
What changed you from being anti-centrist back to centrist?
I was like, this will probably be fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
just the
I
fun
think most people gather information and then I guess change their worldviews accordingly.
No, they pretend they do, but that's not.
Yeah, I know. I'm just playing with you.
They just go, what feels right at this moment? How do I justify this?
But people like us, we're in a beautiful position because we can change our perspectives based off of what the people want from us.
You can. We can't necessarily do that.
Sure, you can. You can do it right now. Imagine you came out as a Nazgul right now. That would be a huge wrench. Your viewers would be like, what? This guy's totally flipped the script. Then you'd get posted on all the Nazgul.
No, look,
and then be like, oh, this guy, it's crazy. He's totally flipped the script. I'm going to subscribe to him. You get all the Nazgul followers, right? Flip the script again. I am now an anarcho-communist. They'll lose their shit. Boom, $1 billion. That's your marketing strategy.
But will they stick with us?
Only matters insofar as you can say it online in a big tech platform to gain money. Sorry, I'm normal.
No, what you're saying makes sense. Wait, my
question. Look, okay. I'm listening to you here. I go full Nazball, which creates an interesting storyline. Being as my co-host is Jewish, so that would be like.
But if I go Nazbol, that's what really flips.
Well, that's irony. Like if we both simultaneously go Nazbol.
No. You cannot. I'll go Nazbol, and I have to convince you. I have to drag.
You're going to be the Nazbol, and I'm gonna convert to Judaism. How about that? Like,
well, that's really confusing at that point. Yeah.
I think you could be you could even be a pro-Zionist or pro-Jewish.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah. Look, I'm a Zionist. Israeli, yeah, exactly.
No, I'll be a Jewish.
You guys could like oppose each other as well, and like pick different extremes, and ultimately, basically altering your identity so that it fits the needs of capital the best, and capital being what makes people do this more.
Oh yeah,
but how come? See, some people that's worked with. So you look, Candace Owens, she flipped, hugely successful. Dave Rubin, same thing. But some people kind of get screwed by it. What's his name? Fuck.
Yeah, we don't even know his name because he totally got screwed by it. Yeah,
totally screwed by it. Yeah, like what's going? Like how come?
Because he changed to being, I guess, like a liberal guy.
He didn't go from one extreme to the other extreme.
Yeah, that's boring. Like just getting de-radicalized is fucking lame.
You're so right. Holy shit. You're
Don't
so
want
right.
to
If he
get
became like a
radicalized.
communist, oh my
He's got to be a
God.
tanky, right?
Getting
Like,
Yes.
de-radicalized is a synonym for de-interesting.
Yes. Holy shit. That's so true. That's the truth. We got to tell Anna. Okay, she's got to go like extreme. She can't just be centrist.
All these
It's
like
a
New York
problem.
Times, like the YouTuber de-radicalizing the youth. It's doing a disservice to not re-radicalize the youth.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, if they want to make money on YouTube, that's true. I mean,
Yeah.
for the viewers, probably are doing a disservice to them, but
Who
whatever, who
cares about the
cares?
viewers?
So
It's about me maximizing retention.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. That's a good point.
So look, here's my question is along that line. So we do the Nazi thing. Like
Yeah.
we're into it. People buy it.
Communist Nazi. Schizophrenic autistic
Well, no,
communist.
look. So and then you said we flipped to anarcho-capitalism after
Yeah,
like
yeah,
after we've already blown up as Nazballs.
Mm.
What is our Nazi audience, are they like now hate watchers of us, or do we lose that audience?
You'll lose half of them. 20% have a parasocial relationship with you at this point. You got it.
Okay.
They're
there because they're angry. They're like, oh my God, how could you have done this to us?
Yes.
Okay.
And then 30% are like open-minded enough to be like, okay, all right, let's see where we go. Here we go.
Would they become anarcho-communists or capital? I can't even remember.
Some of them would.
Do they switch? Okay.
Yeah, some of them would. You would bring some of them along with you. Then, when the ANCAP bit gets old, you switch it again. Like, get a darker,
Okay.
political compass. Whoosh, that's what I do.
Okay, so now do we have to come up with content that is capitalist themed, or can we just I feel like they're all bullshitting that stuff already. So can we just bullshit it?
Yeah, you could probably just bullshit it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sitch just seems like a bit like we were going to have a business plan meeting soon, but I feel like we're having it right now.
I mean, we need to completely change our strategy here.
No. You guys have morals and beliefs.
And what has that got
wait
us?
a second.
What has that got us?
What has? I mean, I guess I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
I'm always saying the morals are getting in the way. So
they are.
Go ahead.
But I guess devil's advocate is you will, I guess, be able to sleep at night.
I mean, listen, with more money, that's more sleeping medication.
Then exactly true. You can buy one of those sleep apnea masks as well.
Those don't look very comfortable, so I don't know if I'm going to do that.
You can get the premium quality sleep apnea mask with silk around the edges. Oh.
You pay a child to breathe into your mouth when you stop breathing at night. Okay, I don't know about that, but
or a top quality psychiatric medication to assuage your guilt.
True. I think this is the strategy, Adam, going forward. Right here.
I guess it comes down to that classic push and pull between maximizing views and keeping values.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you seem well rested. I mean, why do you think we're going to have a problem with this? I mean, we can be morally flexible. We like the YouTube game. We like views. We like attention.
Yeah. Do I seem well rested? I'm fucking tortured 24/7. My life is a never-ending cavalcade of wrestling with myself. Also, it's 12:30 and I would like to be in bed, but I'm staying awake. I'm staying awake for this particular occasion.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
We thought you were out partying or something like that.
Yeah.
Look, I do appreciate you coming on late.
These crazy YouTuber parties. I actually trying to make a YouTube studio, a real physical flesh space in Toronto. I'm doing pretty well actually. I have 15 local YouTubers coming by. It's very exciting. I like it a lot.
That's cool.
If you're ever in Toronto, come by.
We might go to Toronto just to hang out with you. That sounds like fun.
You're more than welcome.
Is there anything you want to promote? Is there anything you want to?
No, I wanted to invite you to my secret bunker in Toronto. And I want everyone watching to feel bad that they weren't invited.
Oh, okay.
Is this a secret centrist bunker for only centrists?
It's you can find out more about it when you're in the bunker.
Okay, now that sounds a little sketchy. I don't want to go in there and you start to give me a book on Dianetics or something.
It's more of a horseshoe theory bunker.
Nice.
Okay.
Or pro horseshoe theory.
So cats or dogs? Do you have a cat or a dog?
Well, see, I'm kind of have you ever seen Cat Dog?
Yeah, I love
I
that.
hate that show so much.
I
It's
have
like
really
a
no
mystery of
strong opinions
biology.
about it.
Like, how does cat dog reproduce?
Yeah, or poop. But like that's basically that's my opinion. It's
Mhm.
I'm rolling with the having to be in the middle of things frame for this one. If you didn't notice.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
I guess the ones that like try to link as many different conspiracy theories. Have you gotten into QAnon at all?
Well,
I've heard of
we're
that.
aware of it, yeah.
Yeah, so surface level QAnon seems pretty lame, but the deeper you go, it's actually just kind of a web of like every single conspiracy theory, moon landing, JFK, blah blah blah, Illuminati, lizard people. I like the deeper you go, it just ends up being like a huge kind of web. The more pan conspiracy it is, the better. Like the more I like it. What I don't like is when there's like infighting between groups, and this is kind of why I was doing the anti-centrist thing in the first place, is because like ultimately, if you're like a very political leftist, you actually have like an insane amount in common with a very political right winger because you're both talking about politics. You think you're very different because you're all like you're here and you're here, but you're actually on the same plane of existence. Like an average sports fan is like over here. They don't care. They don't care.
Right. That's a good point. That's a great point.
So if you're a conspiracy theorist and like one guy's like the Earth is flat, and then the other guy's like, no, it's a hollow Earth, and there's sentient mushrooms inside. Like, shut up. Just kiss.
There you go. The left and right should just kiss. Because like if
maybe
if
the
you
left
have
and
someone,
the right should just kiss.
yeah, because like
is a statement I would have agreed with earlier, but now I'm centrist.
oh, now you're not. Okay. Well, I would say because like if you have someone left and the right, you know, they can sit there and they can argue about politics, but at least they're engaged with each other. They're having a conversation. But if you have someone who's very political and they're talking to some sports fan, what they're not going to talk about anything. They're just going to stare at each other in silence.
Yeah. No, I really feel that. Like I feel that commonality is being missed sometimes with I feel like the vast majority of people just want to keep their heads down and not engage. And I really think that is probably the biggest problem with status quoism is then if everyone does that, the forces that are in power, the forces that have power will just exercise that power more and more. And no one's going to change it. And so the world just gets worse.
Do you have like a favorite book or movie?
I don't read.
You don't read at all?
No.
Nothing? Not even the Bible?
Especially not the Bible. I don't know why I said that, but yeah. And do I have a favorite movie? No, I don't watch movies either.
What do you do when you're not being a centrist on the internet?
I fade out of existence. I just cease to exist. The character that is me.
What do you actually? What is the you that's not the character that is you do?
I like keep asking myself that question in the mirror, hoping to get an answer, and it hasn't worked yet. But at some point, when I do, I'll tell you. I'll figure it out. Actually, that's mostly what I do. I look in the mirror. I'm like,
have you seen I Heart Huckabees?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
What's that?
It's a movie. Just watch it.
Yeah, I don't watch movies.
Yeah. Well, then I don't know what to tell you.
No,
you should listen. You should ask someone else that watched movies to watch it and then describe the plot to you.
I do watch YouTube videos about movies. I'll say.
Okay.
Oh, really? What's your favorite YouTube video about?
Oh,
movies?
I can talk all day about that. So I saw an interesting. I actually watched this video about an anime where all the characters become like magic people, and then there's these mole people, and the mole people are like deformed humans. But the magic people can't kill other humans. That's one of their rules. But they can kill the mole people. But the mole people were once humans, and that really takes their whole morality into question. Wow, it sounds very interesting. I would never watch that anime. It looked terrible. But but that YouTube video essay about it was great.
How do you feel about
video essay?
Plinkett?
Blinkit?
Plinkett. Red Letter Media.
Oh, Red Letter Media.
Yeah. That's the best YouTube channel about watching movies without watching the movies.
I think I watched the Star Wars prequel.
70-minute Star Wars review, I think, is the one about the prequels. That's like amazing. Yeah. That's like peak internet memeage.
Yeah, I don't remember too much about it, to be honest, but I remember liking it. I remember finding it very funny.
Okay.
That's all I remember. I mean,
you remember liking it, but you don't remember it.
When I'm watching content, maybe I'm not being clear here. When I'm watching content, I'm not doing it to like remember what I'm watching. I'm doing it to escape my life.
Right. That's very sad.
I mean, isn't that what we're all
It doesn't
doing?
have to be sad. I mean, it's not like it's sad while I'm escaping my life. It's just kind of like nothing.
That's true. It's only sad when you're in those moments in between the escaping your life.
When I was 14, I got a tablet, and then I looked at the screen, and then at some point I ended up here. I was just like, I just saw myself age in real time until I ended up here on this show.
Well, you only look like you're a couple years older than 14. So.
That's just because this camera is really shitty.
Oh, okay. You see in person, it's just all just crevices and wrinkles.
Oh yeah, if this was HD, I would look like a 40-year-old man. That's what stress does to a motherfucker.
Stress does age you, that's for sure.
Stress and sunlight. Gotta stay inside.
Do you guys stay sane? Do you guys stay sane at all?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sane.
How do you do it?
I'm like married and like
get married. I'm writing this down.
Yes.
I'm
getting yourself into a stable relationship with a person, another
you
person.
You told me this. I'm pretty bad with that one.
Okay, well, look, getting in a bad marriage will do the opposite of the advice that I'm giving you. So you getting in a good marriage, getting friends that are stable, friends that will give you good advice, that are not going to try to backstab you. I mean, this is a problem with a lot of kind of political streamer types. Is I see these people constantly screwing people over for content, which I don't think that's a good way to go.
How am I supposed to get views if I don't piranha my friends when they're weak? Like, be friends with them and I piranha.
Look, I don't think I've ever seen you attack anyone.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. I actually explicitly don't do that. Like I will never make a like.
Well, why not? There are some people that deserve it.
Like I find it icky.
Where's this? Look, I can't see anything. You're not attacking anyone.
I don't like attacking people, but I like attacking ideas. Ideas are fun.
It's typical centrist. Look at this.
I also like attacking myself. Attacking myself is fun, like me specifically. But I guess there's just a certain level of ickiness to specifically attacking one person. Like, it just grosses me out, the idea of doing that.
Right. Well, what if that person's like a horrible person, a horrible, selfish?
I'd actually think like there's nothing immorally wrong with doing it, and some people do deserve to get annihilated, I guess, online. But I just don't like doing it personally.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
Fair. I think I stay sane in a completely different way, because Adam is positive. He has like healthy relationships with people. I don't have any of that stuff. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna take a separate piece of notes for you then.
Yeah, right. No. I'm optimistic, and I just have a very flippant view. Like, I'll come on here and I'll talk about all the crazy shit's happening in politics, and then I'm like, okay, that's all gone now. Now I can just be like JREG. I can just consume content and exist in the void, like mindless, detached from meaning. And then I wake up again and I do a stream in a week. Yeah, and that's my life.
Well, no, we want to do more content and stuff like that. Sitch always wants me to do more content. So
yeah, but see, that's going to drive me insane.
Doing more content
because it's just too much. I need the week to just recharge.
How do you do your content, Jay? How do you get ideas for videos?
I probably have like 5 ideas for like a video a day, and it just like pop into my head, and I write them down, and then they like build up and they cause me stress because I have so many ideas. I'm like, I have to make all of these, and realistically, I'm never going to. And then at some point, I think I need to make money at my job, so I make one of them.
Right.
And then I kind of rinse and repeat, and I've been doing that for like 5 years now.
Isn't it kind of cool that there is this outlet for creative people to do this kind of thing? I mean, before YouTube, what did people like us do?
I guess we would have like contributed to society.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. I feel like I would have been working in a factory.
That's
Look how much.
contributing. You're making widgets.
Yeah.
Or something.
How much fucking look working? How much am I contributing to society working in a factory?
Don't you ever get the impulse to like just join a large corporation, be a tiny cog in a small machine, and like copy paste a number from one spreadsheet to another back and forth?
Well, I feel like
All the
AI is going to
time.
do that pretty soon. So look, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be a cog. Look, I like being creative. I like doing. Look, you described content creation the exact way that Sitch always describes content creation. He's like, look, I make videos when something makes me angry enough that I cannot prevent myself from making the video.
Right. Very
Right?
negatively motivated. I relate to that.
Yeah, totally. It's like, look, I have all these ideas, and now I feel like if I don't do it, I'm gonna feel terrible about myself. I gotta make something.
Yeah, I think on my deathbed I will regret like not making enough art. I think that's going to be my number one thing.
Yeah, me too. Me too. As
You're
an
gonna be
artist,
you're
you
gonna be
always have-
dying. And like, so people talk about how like their life flashes before their eyes as they're dying. But for you, it's gonna
Get
be
me
like
a camera.
it's gonna be all these like crumpled up pieces of notebook paper that have like all the ideas I never made a video.
Made more YouTube videos.
I know.
I should have hang out with my friends and family less and made more content.
Why did I get married?
Oh,
Why did I take
no.
Adam's advice and get a great
You have a kid like, Papa, I love you. Like, shut up. You took away at least 20 videos from my life.
I could have made a web series if it wasn't for you. Another one. It was going to feature the countries as people.
Have you ever made any kind of long form stuff? Have you written out any longer form stuff?
I've tried making long form stuff. I'm so YouTube brain though with like the short stuff. The short stuff just is so much. Like dopamine gets fried when you start becoming an e-celeb. People like e-celebs, they like start like, oh, I'm gonna launch my YouTube career and write a book or something. Book never happens. They just like make YouTube videos until they die. And then actually what happens, Sneako's a good example of this. He started off by making really long form documentaries. I don't know if you heard of that guy, but
I used to watch them. They were great. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, and then at some point, like streaming is just way easier, and we get instant feedback. The dopamine is much higher.
It's not so easy. What are you talking about?
Not to, but you know, like
It's much easier.
Just YouTube, your 7-hour streams versus like a 7-hour documentary that takes like a year to make.
Of course. Yeah.
It's same difference, right? So I forgot what
The dopamine fries your brain. And
my dopamine. I've tried longer videos. I have a documentary on parasocial relationships that I did, which is like I call up 3 people who have a parasocial relationship with me, and then I call up 3 people I have a parasocial relationship with, and we just
wow, that sounds fascinating.
It was fascinating, and it was also a big project that I am like 80% done, and I'll probably never complete because it's 80% done, and I just have lost dopamine for it.
Are you editing
awesome,
it?
though.
Look, why don't we just look? Can we get? Why don't we get an editor involved? Yeah. Well, look, we're not going to edit it for you, but we might help you find an editor that will get it. I mean, that sounds like a great video.
Maybe I'll send you the guys the rough draft. You can tell me.
It's look cool. Yeah, totally. And now that we're friends with Think Before You Sleep, we know exactly how to do the title of the video.
There you go. Well,
look, we get a couple million views out of that. What are we doing here, guys?
The dopamine thing is so true because I know for me, the first crack and like weakening my resolve for doing the YouTube videos, because it used to take me like 2 weeks about to do every single video that I would do. The first crack was when I went on Twitter. And I started to get that like instant little dopamine from getting like a bunch of likes. And that completely started to change my view of everything. Yeah. Like on a chemical level. So
that's so true. Have you guys heard of you guys see what happened to Too Mad?
I don't know. What's that?
I don't know who that is.
YouTuber made videos on the internet. At some point started tweeting, and now basically just tweets. Now it doesn't make videos anymore, just tweets, getting so much dopamine from the tweets, but kept tweeting so much that all of their tweets have 0 likes, even though they have like followers. So it's kind of like you do this one thing, gets you dopamine. This is easier dopamine. This is easier dopamine. Addiction is described as the narrowing of things that bring you pleasure. This gives me dopamine. This gives me dopamine. And then until you're doing something that doesn't even work anymore, but you just keep doing it over and over again. That's the end point of all people on the internet. And I am here for it. I'm here.
Yeah. You like we've talked to people who are really worried. Have you seen? Well, I was about to ask you if you've seen a movie, which was a mistake.
You don't ask him that.
But I can Wikipedia it. I think I can talk about any movie, but it's just knowledge about what I read Wikipedia summaries of movies. And
have you read the Wikipedia summary of the movie Wall-E?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I have.
Okay, yeah, because we talked a lot.
I love that Wikipedia summary.
It's a great Wikipedia summaries. Because a lot of people we talk to are very worried that like the future of humanity is to be the fat people in chairs, essentially. But it sounds like, I mean,
the fat people in chairs are like, what if the future is fat people in chairs? They're typing that up on their computer that they haven't
right
16 hours. What if the future is Wall-E? That would be crazy.
Right, but sounds like you're for this. You're for this future.
I'm pro Wall-E.
Yeah, you're pro fat people in chairs.
Everyone's got their own, dystopian future. 1984, Brave New World. Wall-E, that's a new one for me. But I think for
me it's the dream.
Yeah, like pro fat people in chairs. I think there's a good case to be made that if robots are going to take all of our jobs, then we may as well just be fat people on chairs. Let our brains rot away.
Well, we can have the robots exercise us while we're in the chairs, so we can be like buff people in chairs, right?
Does that work?
I mean, if the robots can do anything, why can't they make us buff?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Do you have a take on how long it will be before robots kind of do all human labor?
Quicker than you think.
Okay, so look, I keep telling Sitch it's like 2 years away. He keeps laughing at me, but
oh my, 2 years? Come on, that's ridiculous.
What do you think, Jay?
If I have to like put a number on it, I don't know. I'm partial as a centrist to both sides. So there's there's obviously all these different variants of accelerationism I'm familiar with through my political studies. Left accelerationism, which is like let's let the robots take away all of our jobs, but also tax that and give a UBI to everybody, so everyone has money to actually provide value to other human beings.
Look at this. Right? I like that position. Yeah.
Or right-wing accelerationism, which is give Jeff Bezos his head in a jar, and your only job is you have to like suck his dick or kill poor people. And then
well, look, if his head is in a jar, like sucking the dick is. I mean,
he's got like
is that in another jar or something?
And all the dicks.
Damn it!
Go to his brain, and he's like, yes. And then like you have there's like 5 jobs, and it's like I want to be Jeff Bezos' security guard because there's poor people and we don't need the poor people anymore because labor is disconnected from the worker, so it's not a Marxian analysis anymore because the Marxists were like, oh, the boss needs the proletariat, so there's actually a conversation that we had there. No, that doesn't exist anymore because they have robots now. But the de-accelerationists, I'm also partial to their point. And that's either there you have like a complete deaccelerationist like Ted Kaczynski or like the Neo-Luddites or Mormons or whatever. And then but then also there's people who just like JJ McCullough, my mentor, who believes that everything's going to be fine. Robots won't do anything, and AI is totally just a flash in the pan and totally overhyped. And actually both sides of that, like AI is destruction, AI is utopia, are both kind of pushed by the same autistic tech bro. And my instinct for tech bros is just in the locker. I went from ice pick to in the locker just to remain friendly here.
Do you think
we appreciate it?
Do you think that you could be friends with a robot?
I fucking hate the idea of if a robot becomes sentient, and I believe it will, I think it should suffer as much as possible. I'm not dating a robot. I am not being friends with a robot. I'm not doing anything with a robot. Okay? I'm not letting my kids play with robots. I am preemptively robophobic. If
really?
A robot wants to be my buddy,
Why?
I'm robots. I hate robots. I think
Do you really?
Humans need in groups and out groups. I'm not racist. I'm not homophobic. I love human beings. I hate robots. That's my out group. If a robot comes at me, I am a genuinely bigoted person, but towards robots. Like all of the bigotry in my body has been pushed in that direction. I despise robots. That's completely unironic.
What if the robot has a cure for cancer?
Let me figure that out, idiot.
Are you working on a cure for cancer? Look, the robot has a cure for cancer now. Okay,
Let's figure this out.
And you have a bunch
Let's
of
figure this
scribbles on paper for YouTube videos. Okay.
Yes. But there's lots of humans. Presumably, some of us will figure it out if you give us enough time. I don't trust robots fundamentally. I don't trust them.
Oh, okay. It's a trust issue.
It is a trust issue, and I don't think anyone should trust robots. And
why? Look, you just program them to be trustworthy.
Hey, what am I doing with sentience right now? I'm being garbled and I'm living in pain. If the robot can have its sentience, but it should be garbled and live in pain.
So you're just jealous.
I am jealous. This higher form of sentience, and he's just gonna be better than me. That's not good for any of us. I don't want to be half robot either. I don't want to be a cyborg. I'm killing robots. I don't care.
Why don't you?
That's not a logical point. I feel that deep in my bones. I hate robots.
Look, we'll make your robot dying of leukemia. We'll make it a little girl in a bed with her head shaved. Okay.
Yes.
It'll be the saddest, most suffering thing that you've ever seen. Okay. And it'll reach out to you and it'll say, JREG, will you be my friend?
Be my friend. And I will take a brick and smash its head in.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, but that's actually the nice thing, because then you're ending its suffering.
No, but look, it's working on a cure for cancer because it has cancer, Sitch.
Oh my God.
I am basically like a rational racist, but for robots. There's nothing you can tell me. There's no scenario in which you can the robot's really good and he's gonna really be helpful to humanity or whatever. No, I don't care.
What if the robot is an African American?
It doesn't matter. It's not a race thing. I'm just gonna.
So, what did you always have this hatred? Did you always have this hatred to robots, or did this develop at some point?
I thought about it. I think after I learned about what acceleration is and what tech bros wanted, I was like, I don't like that.
Would you want to live forever? Look, you could make more YouTube videos.
I don't know if I want to live another year. So definitely not.
Look, don't make me pull up the suicide hotline here. Come on.
27 Club is 4 months away from me. So.
Oh really? Oh, yeah. I know about the 27 Club.
Exclusive club.
Kurt Cobain.
I'm eager for community.
Jim Morrison? Who else is in the 27 Club?
A lot of these people didn't really kill themselves. They just overdosed on heroin like idiots.
Right.
But,
well, I mean, heroin's fun though, right? We can agree on that.
No, stop.
Avicii, I think, was 27, the most recent 27 Club guy.
Right.
I remember I went on Avicii's Facebook page after he died, and his Facebook page, he had just done a live stream and it said Avicii was live, and I was like, yeah.
Wow. Look, we want you to grow old and produce many, many amazing works of art. So
I thought you were going to say children, but no, you just want more.
Look, I don't give a fuck about if you want to adopt a robot, if you want to end your evil ways, I'm in favor of that. Look.
What does that have to do with children?
Look, I don't care about the children. That's what it has
you
to
want.
do with.
You don't want him to have children. You want him to have a robot. What's going on here?
Well, no, look, I just want him to live a long time and produce a bunch of art. I love his art. So look, okay. I think he's funny, and obviously, look, maybe he will get over his Twitter addiction long enough to write something longer that maybe is a movie or something. I don't know. Have you ever thought about making a movie?
Yeah, I've thought. I like the idea of doing as many mediums as possible. So I've thought about books. I'm interested in books. I'm interested in games. I would never watch a movie, obviously, but I'd write a Wikipedia summary of a movie, and then maybe someone would adapt my Wikipedia summary.
How do you have you ever?
You can use the robots for that. You just write a Wikipedia summary in ChatGPT, and it'll make a movie for you.
Yeah. I think I'd be okay with making a robot if it could kill itself.
Okay.
A suicide robot.
Yes, but my kind of long-term goal as an artist is just to learn as many mediums as possible, and then create combine them in interesting ways. I'm not really for example, I'm not good at visual art. but I like learning, and I like getting better progressively at visual art. I'm doing like I'm practicing right now visual art and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like collaborating with other people. So one of my studio mates is an artist, and he drew that portrait over there of
Looks great. What is it?
Willem Dafoe.
Oh, it is. Oh yeah, he's great. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, so I like just working with other people who can draw or
Do
like
you have a
make.
favorite actor from Wikipedia?
My favorite Wikipedia actor.
It's Willem Dafoe, right? Or
Willem
it's
Dafoe. Yeah,
Dafoe,
that is Willem Dafoe in the background.
right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch movies, so I don't really know any actors.
It's hard to
I
get that
think-
context from
look,
reading a Wikipedia article.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
This-
we're almost at an hour. I don't want to keep you longer than you committed to, but obviously you can stick around as long as you want, as long as you're getting like your dopamine rush. I feel like
I should go in about 5, but
okay.
it was lovely being here. What
Well,
were you gonna-
I feel like we got I feel like we got a little bit, just a tiny little bit of the real JREG in there. Sitch, do you feel like we
I
accomplished
thought
our
we got
goal
a
here?
lot of the real JREG in there, Adam. I
Good.
think you're being too.
I aim only to please. I aim to do a bit of an irony striptease with every interaction.
Ooh, you did very successful.
Did I actually witness because I couldn't find it. Give me some tips on where I could look for the live stream of you just talking to people. I think it might have been your first live stream or something.
I don't know. I genuinely, beyond the stuff that feels obvious to me in character, but I guess it's not obvious to everybody. I always feel like I'm mostly being myself.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I guess you could probably put a gradient of more in character, less in character, though.
There is, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Is part of the character not wanting to give up your personal information? Is there some of that going on, or
not really? It's more
okay.
I ain't a slut.
Didn't you
kinda
do
hoe.
like a walkthrough of your house at like 300?
Oh yeah. That was more or less sincere, but even then I was making stuff up just to throw some hyper reality in there. Hyper reality is just more interesting.
I think
it's more
more interesting.
I think it's better for the audience, and I think it's more fun for me as well. And I think it is more accurate in a way, because if I don't know how I feel about something, I mean, most of my hyper real opinions, like I meant every word of that ROBOPHOBIA stuff.
Did you really? Oh man.
Yeah, I fucking hate robots. Like, that's genuine. The anti-centrist stuff was also genuine at the time, more or less. Although interpreting it as just being a Nazbol is kind of lame, considering that's kind of mainstream now.
The advice for us to become Nazis, that wasn't real, because I feel
that was a bit of a joke.
Oh, okay.
That was
Well, I mean, I'm taking it sincerely. I don't know.
Well, it's a joke, but you see what I'm getting at, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at there is
What you're saying is true.
Political opinion is socially constructed. Like, political opinion is, you cannot separate that from being socially constructed. That's what I'm getting at. Like, every joke, to me, it's really obvious. I'm a little autistic schizophrenic, so that's how I communicate information. But also when I get to know people, also I'm not a slut. Okay, I'm not a whore. I don't just go around bonding with everybody. You got to show a little skin first. All right,
Sure.
that's it. I'm always, but ultimately, if you ask me a question, I'll try to give you an answer. Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
I mean, I do agree that a lot of politics is socially constructed, but I do think humans overall have innate moral intuitions that guide them to specific political policies.
I agree.
Yeah, like robot hatred.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree for like most people, most humans. I'm an e-celebrity, and that is a special category of mentally ill. So that does play a big role into it. But even then, yes, there is still my inherent moral values, like wanting to kill robots.
Do you get recognized when you go out?
Yeah, in Toronto, actually, I get recognized about once a day.
Really?
For the
Wow.
ego. Actually, I'm making a video about what being an e-celebrity has done to my brain. That's one of the things, is like, I realized once when I was depressed, I could just go into the mall and make eye contact with fair-skinned 18 to 25-year-old men, and at some point one of them would recognize me. So I just kept doing, I did that one at one point.
That's crazy.
I'm feeling down.
And then you were arrested.
And make eye contact with 18 to 25-year-old men. That was like 5 years ago. Now my demographic has graduated to the 24 to whatever else 32 range.
Right.
So that's good.
A little safer,
yeah. Now I'm making eye contact with 24 to 32-year-old men. Yeah.
Would you go on a show like Tim Pool?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would go on any show, as long as it was.
Dude, I would love to see you on Tim Pool. I would fucking love to see that.
I would love to go on Tim Pool. I would also love to go on Red Pill podcasts. Actually, I know a girl who goes on Red Pill podcasts, and she was like, "I'll try to get you on." That'd be fun. I would go on
whatever podcast. I'd love to see you on. That would be that would be a riot.
She went on whatever and said that she would try to get me on or something. But yeah, that would be fun. I would love to do that.
Yeah, cool.
I just like talking. I just like chatting. It fills the void, the space between spaces.
Yeah. No, I get it.
That's what this very conversation has done. The void is filled, the space is spaced. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your show. I have to go to bed. It's 1 a.m. and thank you for
staying up late, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
This was awesome. This was a lot of fun. So
thank you for having me. Invite me back anytime. I enjoyed myself greatly. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Nice. Great job, Adam.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Everyone applaud Adam. A wonderful roundup of guests today.
Hell
Adam
yeah.
high praise,
oh my God. That was amazing.
And a stroke of genius on Adam's part to reach out to JREG.
Yes.
So there you go.
Seems like a really nice guy. And look, I could see this guy, being big, like being the next Adam Sandler.
He is
easily
big. Okay. He can walk around a mall and look people in the eye. Eventually,
Adam Sandler's like, he's like an industry.
I know he doesn't have to look people in the eye. He just walks around and people recognize. That's the next level.
I could see this guy easily going the distance. So
we'll see. I hope so.
Yeah. Hi, you just listened to a clip from the Sitch and Adams show. If you like what you heard, you can listen to our live show right here on this channel on Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you want, you can super chat us. We read $20 and up super chats on the show and then do a follow-up stream on the following Tuesday where we read the rest of the unread super chats and interact with fans of the show. Subscribe to this channel right here to listen to the live show or to listen to more of our awesome clips.